Hello, hi. This is Skorsen, and you may notice that I have done something. But most predominantly, I'm back on Firefox. I'm still on Firefox. I've been messing around with it, and this is I'm gonna guess the second episode of SK Talks, where I just talk about stuff that I'm doing. Um, and I think I may mix in SK Learns with SK Talks. It'll go back and forth, back and forth. But SK Talks is really just me talking around a little bit more, way more informal than my SK Learns episodes, and is more just personal stuff, closer to me personally than maybe something that's more theatrical and dramatic and all that stuff. Because I really want to kind of blend it, make a character. I'm setting up an idea. I've been setting up an idea for a character design that I can use that kind of encapsulates a lot of the stuff that I like to personally do and draw, so you can get an understanding of how I am, what I want to do creatively, and all that stuff, and some of the fun projects that I want to try to continue. And basically, I have finally got a problem that I was dealing with due to the tutorials about Firefox containers. Firefox containers, multi-account container, that's what it's called, and it's truthful in that, but you need to use it correctly. Just as multi-account container isn't a base installation into Firefox, it's an extension that you download. It's similar with on how like Firefox base, you need to switch some things up on how you use it. I suggest the way that I have found to combat this is using specifically bookmarks. I think bookmarks are an extremely useful thing. I like the fact that you can like set them as like tabs if you want to. There's a way to do tree style tabs. That's something that I maybe want to look into in the future. But this setup has been, I believe it's going to help a lot personally for me, because on my old Google account, more Google Chrome, I had to have two instances of the same thing separated via Google account, because my Skorsen account, my like business, like the thing that's connected to Twitter and my YouTube that I post, is connected to a separate Gmail account, a Skorsen official Gmail account. That account is this one. It's this one. It's Skorsen official at Gmail. This is the stuff that you'd see if you click on like contact info in my details. Currently, right now, I am not checking it that much, so don't expect me to really answer. I do not know exactly how to handle, if for commissioning reasons, I don't know how to handle like a lot of the pricing stuff. I don't have that set up yet. I will tell and mention probably either on my Twitter or on my YouTube when I am getting more ready and more comfortable with that. But right now I'm just testing out things, getting everything set up and the foundation laid upon, and hopefully growing a little bit the more and more time I upload videos. But in any case, let's go back onto the exact details that I was talking about. Multi-account containers. This is a very important extension that I've seen, and I am very happy to start using it, especially once I heard about Firefox. But you'll notice something. Now, you won't notice it by by the icon, but this is my Skorsen account. I am currently logged into it. This is the account that I'm logged into. Skorsen X, similar to my Twitter handle and all that stuff. But then there's this one. This is my alt account. This is my personal. I have like people that I watch, and this is an alternate account that I don't post stuff on. I don't. I just, this is what I use to literally listen to music and watch videos, because, well, I want to keep the other stuff a little bit relatively thin, and that's just how I've always used it. I didn't want my personal Gmail to be connected. I didn't want my name to be shown, so that's why I created a whole separate account. And this, as you can see with the red coloring, this is my official Gmail. I have them separated in personal tabs and then the SKX tab, as in Skorsen X. I like that. It's cool. I put like cool sunglasses and one's a fingerprint as an icon. But in any case, here's the biggest and most important detail about this. How multi-account containers work is that for this, if I click on YouTube when I'm not in a container, I am signed out. The reasoning is because one, the cookies on here have me signed out. Same thing with the Gmail. I am completely signed out on these. The only way that it would know that is if previous cookies mention that. I would probably have to clear those said cookies from those details and just wipe them. I have no idea if that's going to be Firefox wide, as in that's going to include all the containers or not. If that's the case, so what? I'll just retype in all the details. I have them written out somewhere else, and I can easily do that. That's the exact thing that's important. One problem that I noticed that it seems that a lot of tutorials that I notice seem to do is not explain that in multi-account containers, they have always opened the site in. Now, I've only done this with one specific site. It's a site that's a little bit sketchy, Zorro. Gets anime. That's it. Personally, buy it when you can. If you don't have enough money, wait. If you don't have the means to be able to get the discs and watch them, wait until you can. That's exactly why I'm using it. It's just, to me, I will wait until I can because I don't trust currently all the streaming services and stuff, and I just don't. So until I can find means to be able to rip the stuff that I own, which I've tried to do, but my Blu-ray player is not doing it well. But we'll notice, for example, when I open it, I'm on here. The only details is me watching stuff through this. But you'll notice something. If I go through here, go into Manage Containers, click on here, and then go into Manage List. This is extremely important. Only Zorro and any of the alternatives, it will automatically do that, will link to that. That's the thing that's important. So whilst these sites may be controversial, I will state that one, this is purely educational. I'm mentioning this. This can happen with any other site. For example, Manage List. Nothing is here. If I go here, click on, now it won't do that because it didn't do that before. But if I did, and you'll see this if you use this type of thing, you notice a always open site on. And that's something that happens. It will link, are you sure you want to open the site always on something? And you're going to click a dialog box. If you want that to go, you go to the manage list and stop that site from being there. There will be a little trash can icon. Just click on it. It's done. And then what you do is use bookmarks as a means to traverse. For me, Twitter, boom, not logged in. It does the whole like login, but I link it to my main account because I don't like seeing the Explore tab. But that's the thing. And it's going to tell you, oh, use a Google account. And it's good. Get these annoying warnings. I don't want those. It's going to do that same thing with my personal account. If I was on my personal account and did that, that's what it's going to do because I don't have any login. It's going to do the same warning. So same thing, same problem. But YouTube, it's going to link to my alt account. So my main personal YouTube account. But if I do and go into the Skorsen X, SKX, and click on Twitter, I'm logged into Twitter. You know, no pop-ups, no warnings, all the stuff that I posted on Twitter. Exactly what I want to happen. Originally, I had to have this dialog box that opened a separate window on Google Chrome. It was very annoying. I got used to it, but I'm very thankful that this has the ability to not only streamline where I want to watch, what cookies I want to share. It's extremely important, and also protects me at least a little bit. Obviously, a little bit from any sketchy sites that I accidentally go on. If I want to create a container that's specifically for the sketchy site that I don't know, so I just use that. That's what I do because it will link you to other creepy sites, and I don't want that. So saving that so it doesn't grab all these other details from you is safe. So if anything, that has been a very, very cool way of handling stuff, and I am very happy with how I've done that. And that's the main thing. I will mention one, I am merely mentioning this as a personal thing. This is my personal experience. So I am not supporting any group, various whatever reasons. It's very dependent. So in any case, just wanted to mention this. This has been what I've been stating. That's what I found interesting, and I'm very happy to continue to use this containers application. But remember, most important thing, manage containers, and then this manage list. You click on it, and then you can do that. You can even rename it, change the color, whatever. But that is very important because the ability to delete what you've clicked removes this whole annoying pop-up, and it was very annoying, very frustrating, and that was a thing that made me run into a lot of problems and confusion on how this thing worked. Cookies save your data on like the cookies on the sites, save your data on all the stuff like emails, Gmail, logins, all that stuff. Each tab does that. Most of the time, if I am logged into this tab and then log into another account, clicking on another tab and doing the same login, I'd already be logged in. All this does is make the tabs separate. And it's very, very, very good. And I like it. I enjoy it. It color codes it, it organizes it, and that's the reason why it is multi-account containers. But you have to use it right. I've seen a lot of tutorials misjudge this and still misjudge this. They just don't know how to use it. Bookmarks are important as well as getting all this stuff laid out, because once you do, everything's going to be a little bit more streamlined. I will mention it's probably smart to clear out your cookies on each thing, re-log into them every month, or mostly every month or so, anytime when you feel like it, because that will benefit you greatly, because then it will clear up the junk and all that stuff, and then you can just start kind of anew, a little bit more fresher, so the very, very old crap that you've done doesn't intrude on anything. But that's very dependent on how you handle your site management and all that stuff. In any case, that's been Skorsen, and always remember to keep creating. Have a good day.